Happy Monday. It's another week, another dollar not yet earned. for Beck's Crafty Nook anyway. I do earn money at my job. So I've been really busy over the weekend, and unfortunately today we need to do a bunch of adulting, which is like heaps of chores. So we really need to do a lot of that first before we can get to crafting. My eyes have been non-stop crying all weekend. I don't know if it's allergies, like sometimes you'll see me wiping my eyes because they get watery. We've got the doggies here. They just went and barked at Lola. Lola's starting to move around the house a lot more, so they just saw her walk past my craft room. So yeah, she hasn't gone outside yet though. So yeah, I don't know if this is allergies, but I also think it's because I'm tired. So we had a really busy weekend, which I don't like to have, but my partner was feeling enthusiastic. So he wanted to take the girls to the park, so we went and did that. And then he wanted to go out to Bunnings, and we went and did that. So it tends to take like nearly a whole day just to do those two things. And then on Sunday, I went and helped him with a job where we were like caulking between the skirting boards and the tiles, like the floor tiles. So I don't know, like, was it the fumes or I'm just really tired because we were really busy. So I do have to do some invoices today. And then I thought we would do... We've got receipts to put in the book, both his receipts and my receipts. And I have a couple of temu orders. I've got a temu order coming of pony beads. I'm very excited. Pony beads in all different charms and stuff. So I do actually want to clear the table ready to do some actual candy cuff making. I want to do a bunch of singles, so I actually have I've got my alphabet beads spread on the table because I did this tutorial for the Kandi Barbie web YouTube channel. So this is like a sticky board, and it's just contact paper on a piece of cardboard, and then you can plan out your bracelets. So you can plan out the colors, and I just did like a little example of sticking down like the phrases that you want. Like, it's not crazy sticky, so it's not going to leave a residue on the beads, but then you can stick them all here. You plan out a heap of bracelets, and then you can sit where you want to sit. Instead of having like all your boxes of beads everywhere, you can just go sit in your bed because it's already just stuck to that board. You get your string and you can just string and watch TV or something like that. So yeah, I did get these listed up on the Etsy shop, so I'll do a little screenshot here. I also made a bunch of tops. No, I'm not feeding you. And I have put them on the Etsy shop. I nearly finished the large top, but I ran out of black on the straps. So we need to go to Spotlight tomorrow to get that. And then tomorrow I'm going to film the pattern review. So I've made like 6 tops, and I'm making another one. I'll probably get that done today. I get at least one top done a day in the extra small size. So I'll film that tomorrow. So today I'm just going to bring you along on the adulting. We haven't done that for ages. It'll just be like a bunch of time lapses of what I'm doing. And yeah, so I did actually just do all the grocery shopping, so that's done. You're such a sweetie. She wants me to go to the kitchen and give her the leftover cat food. But we're not going to because the cat is still eating her food, friend. Yes. I was telling my friend that I did her hair on Friday. They just got a new puppy. It's a Staffy and he's so cute. And I was telling her about those like little buttons that you use to teach animals how to talk. So I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm saying. Yes. But Sizzle is very food driven, so she gets obsessive about the food. She once ate like a whole bag of cat food that she stole out of the cupboard. And if you've seen my kitchen, which you will see it today, there are no cupboard doors. They're over here behind me. See this? So my partner is a painter, and he took the cupboard doors off. Sorry, you're sitting on a dodgy box. He took the cupboard doors off. He's like, I'm going to paint them white because they were like a creamy colour. And then he never did, and he never put them back on. So, yeah, good times. So anyway, let's get to our adulting. The first thing I need to do is Lola's litter tray. And then after that, we need to mow the lawn. The new lawn patch is ready to mow. And after that time lapse, I'll give you a little tour of the garden. Just a little update tour because a few things have changed. Alright, so here's Sizzle asking me for the cat food because cat food's up here. But she hasn't finished eating it. I've stacked up all the dishes ready, like into different categories, so it's going to be easy to do. I said no, friend, and see, no cupboard doors. And so, yeah, Sizzle, if we leave certain foods down low, she will steal them. And so it's not a very big pantry, really. But yeah, I did the shopping, so we've got to put all this stuff away. And the first thing we're going to do is cat litter. See, Frankie's here, and she still wants to eat her food, Sizzle. Let's put Frankie up, and we'll go to Lola's room. Alright, so Frankie's eating her food. Let's take the cat litter. Here's my Lola. In your pup. Here's a mouse. Alright. I think we need to turn the light on and off again. Alright. Let's tidy up here, eh? Up down your table. Finish this. Alright, I'm going to wipe this down first, alright? Yeah, it's getting pretty dirty. Excuse me. Come on. Hello. Hello. Come. Okay, let's see what food. Tuna. I think you like the tuna. You like the tuna? Yeah. Knocked over my phone. You kitty witty. Nice and fresh. Let's just vacuum. Okay, so I've just moved everything so I can mow all the way up to here. Just move that back, black plastic back a little bit. Here's our new lawn, and I've moved the plastic away so I don't mow over it. Alright, so today I'm going to be moving all these tiles out so I can mow it properly. The grass has really grown up and over the tiles. I started clearing out that little patch by putting grass clippings on top of it to kill the grass. So we're just going to redo that today. I don't do that every time I mow, but I only have to do this tiny bit of the yard. And then I spent like 5 minutes trying to start the mower when I hadn't put the, thing down to actually like turn it on. So then I did that and it started first pull. And so yeah, it took no time at all. I think this whole task took about 15 minutes really. And doing Lola's cat litter tray only took 12 minutes. So these tasks are not taking a very long time, but because I film it, then have to come back and edit it and do voiceovers and stuff. But then I have a video every week. So yeah, I just carefully mowed around the bananas, and same with the bananas, I just put a heap of like grass clippings and stuff so that they have a little area that they're not like covered in grass. So all the bits that I can't get with the mower, I come back and I'm going to hand trim later. And I'm just very carefully going up on the sides to trim what I can with the mower. So I put these clippings over here so I can do that little spot later. And here's where disaster kind of struck. So I don't know what happened, but I think that I should have put the blade a lot higher to do this new grass patch. But like, yeah, as soon as I started going over it, I was like, oh no, something's very wrong. But I kept doing it anyway, so that's where I just moved the blade up and then it was fine. But I totally like just squashed those two front bits in. And yeah, because the level's a bit different, it was difficult to mow. Okay, that was a little bit of a disaster. I think I just had it, it might have been too wet actually. Yeah, because that looks okay. Ooh, we'll see. Here, I just lifted it right up. This was still as short as over there. Oh no. Hopefully I didn't kill it. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh well, this bit's okay. We'll see. So, yeah, whoopsie. Anyway, so we're just gonna trim with scissors all along here, which seriously it took like 2 minutes. And then I just chuck those cuttings up onto the banana pile. We don't have enough clippings today to go around the banana pile, but it's still alright because we're going to use the clippings to go underneath those tiles where the mower sits. And so yeah, we leave the mower outside because we don't really have a shed or a garage or anything. And then the yellow thing that you saw me take off the top is like a paint tray. So we just put that over the motor so when it rains, the motor doesn't get wet. And yeah, it's perfectly happy being stored outside. I didn't even have enough grass clippings to do the whole thing. So I did all the front where it was just like a little bit lower. And so yeah, we got these tiles. My partner thrifted them from a builder on a job site that he had who didn't want them. So we've got a whole pile of tiles for me to use anywhere I like in the garden. So yeah, we'll just pop the mower back. I won't put the paint tray on top of it straight away. We wait for the motor to cool down. Okay, it is 11 o'clock. I'm getting a little bit hungry, so we're going to do our last adult task of the day. I think we've done a lot. We've done a litter tray and we've done the lawn, but we're just going to wash the dishes and put the groceries away, and then we'll get on to our other tasks, which will have about an hour and a half. Yeah, I mean, I think doing the dishes is only going to take around half an hour. So I'll put my food on to cook, we'll do the dishes, we'll put the stuff away, I'll eat, and then we will do our paperwork, clear off the desk, ready to do some beading. And tonight I'll probably like finish up some tops, ready to film the River Dahlia pattern review tomorrow. Okay, let's tackle the kitchen. The first thing I'm going to do is get the kettle boiling because we still don't have hot water. Don't ask me what's happening with that. It's been a while. We'll get the sink running and I'm going to start putting away all the groceries. I didn't leave the sink running. I just put a little bit of cold water in there. And so I'm just going to wipe this, what do you call it? Surface. We've got to put the dog food away, and the dog food container was getting a little crusty. So, yeah, I filled that up. So I got those containers from Kmart a little while ago, and they hold like 3 kilos. They're really awesome. And then we've got the long containers that put their wet food in. So, and those little short containers, they came with a scoop, which is really awesome. In this bag, I'm just rearranging everything that we use all the time and we don't use all the time, and I can see what we've got. But in that bag, I just put a heap of chips that the girls don't use anymore, which is like popcorn and some pretzels. So we do have a lot of chips in our home for snacks because of Charlie's eating disorder. The main food that she will eat is lots of different varieties of chips. Lucy has a bigger diet because she doesn't have an eating disorder, but she's a little bit fussy. So she will eat most fruits. She's starting to eat mashed potato. She does not like meat because she has like a heightened sense of smell. So Charlie has autism and she has the eating disorder called ARFID, which is like extreme picky eating, and it develops around a fear of food. We think that fear started with the fear of choking. Okay, here is all our groceries put away. So satisfying. These are the drawers for the kids. They can get whatever snacks they want. We've got 2-minute noodles, we've got all our chippies, cat food, dog food. These are the same baskets as I got for the kids' undies, which I did in the other vlog, and I just remembered I have all these unfinished videos that we've got to get finished. So I'm editing that video and it will go on this channel. Sizzle dog, stop asking me for the cat food. Alright, so yeah, all the recycling goes over there, we'll deal with that later. And now we'll tackle the dishes. So that only took 15 minutes. Okay, so I estimate it's not going to take too much time to do, lots of dishes that will fit on all the drying racks. So I'm going to put my chippies in the air fryer. They're just from Aldi. And I just stick them on the 200 degrees for 10 minutes. So we're going to put our hot water in, and then I just boil the jug again because I often use more than one thing of washing water. As soon as it gets dirty, I just, get some more out. That makes sense. So I'm just tidying up a little bit. I'll wipe down the benches. I'll unpack the dish racks. Wipe down that bench where Frankie eats. She is such a messy eater. She'll like flick the little bits of meat all over the bench. So I just took the plastic bits out of there and I put it in my compost pile. And so anyway, this morning I stacked all the dishes up. I have a video on my YouTube channel. It's a short and it didn't do very well, so I didn't do any more. I just stick cleaning stuff in the vlogs. And anyway, I'll link it, and it's all about, like if your kitchen is overwhelmingly messy, how do you tackle it? And as I mentioned before, I use a bit of the Fly Lady system, and a lot of that is just knowing all these tasks are only taking 10 to 15 minutes each. It's just 15 minutes out of your life. Today it's getting a little bit late because obviously I film it and edit it. But other than that, like you're like, okay, let's go do a task, which was mow the lawn, 15 minutes. And then I'll craft for an hour. And then let's go do another task, which was washing the dishes. This is literally 10 minutes because as soon as my chips were finished, I stopped washing the dishes and all the racks were full. So what I did this morning is I just group all the items into the same items. So I put all the cups together, I put all the bowls together, I put all the dishes together. And so I bring over a stack of all dishes and I wash them. And I bring over a stack of all cups and then I wash those. So, and then I bring over all the cutlery and I wash that up. And when you stack it up that way, like everything fit over there on the stove area. But before that, when it was all in the sink and all over the benches, you think that there's a lot more dishes to do than what there really is. And there was so many dishes because I was so tired over the weekend. I'm like, I cannot look at doing any dishes. So yeah, that was that. Okay, so it's been roughly half an hour. We've got the groceries put away. We've got quite a few dishes done. And so it makes it easy when you pile them up like that. So we've only got some containers to do, chopping board, like really not much, maybe another 10 minutes, and we can do that tonight when we start cooking. But I did just leave a couple of things soaking, which is a pot and cheese grater. And my chippies are ready, so I'm gonna go have something to eat and a glass of Coke. Okay, so it has just gone 12 o'clock. I ate my chippies, got my glass of Coke, cheers. And we're just gonna tidy up the table. I'm not gonna put my bead stuff up yet. All my bead stuff is in containers now, so it's just gonna go on the floor underneath the table. And we'll spend probably the hour and a half doing the paperwork. I don't know if it'll take that long. We'll see how long it takes. And then once the paperwork is done, keep seeing stuff. Once the paperwork is done, and then we will lay the beads out and get ready to craft with the beads. Okay, this is our before video. And I'm just gonna put the camera up here. So yeah, what we see is what we'll see. Okay, so this task took about 10 minutes. So I just put the beads under the table like I said, but I put all the melty bead stuff together. I tried to keep all the alphabet bead stuff together because that's what I want to use next. I put the bracelets into a bag because they are up for sale, and we're going to probably get a trolley to put all the Kandi stuff in. I had that little ball of yarn. I didn't know where to put it, so I put it with my tops that I'm making because I'm sure it'll make like a couple of extra small cups. That pattern's been going really well with like how much yarn you have to use, as in you don't have to use a lot of yarn. And if you can see in the front there near all the thread is 2 of the cups that I made from another ball of yarn which I couldn't find, and then I found them again. So there they are. And so yeah, mostly just putting everything into little baggies so that it doesn't get dirty or pet hair on it. A lint rolled out black mat, which is just a piece of felt. I ended up putting Barbie up on my little storage container to get her off the desk, and I had lots of little bits of string that I just chucked in the bin. I guess that was me being lazy. And any beading related stuff that was kind of loose, like all the threads and that, I just put that into the little container that I've got on the right. So I did have a bag for these, but I don't know what happened to it. I took it all out, or it fell out. Right, here's the desk. So I just lint rolled there, so we put a few things under the desk. So we have all our beads, which I want to get out. I just put some stuff in some plastic bags. We've got gems everywhere, but I'm not going to worry too much. All the bead crap in there, rubbish bin. We're going to use this in a sec once we get all the beads out. So let's go get our bookkeeping. So the paperwork took me about half an hour. I started with my book and turned to August and realized there was no August. And then I realized that I had my ruler outside for my gardening. I tried to use this puppet as a ruler, and then I thought I may as well just do it by hand. So it doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to get done. So at the top I just write date, description and price. So what date was the receipt, the description of what it was, or the shop that I bought it from. So if it came from Spotlight, I know that that's crafting stuff. And then I just pop the amount down, and at the end of the month or the end of the year we can do like a monthly breakdown and then the yearly profit and loss. As I go through the receipts, I just pop, I fold them in half so the writing is facing the writing. I think it's heat that destroys them more so than light, but yeah, I just fold them in on themselves. so that they, you know, the writing doesn't go away. But that's actually why I write them down twice. So I write them in the book so that I know what the receipt was. But I also mostly have a copy in my, you know, bank statements as well. Like I said, if it comes from Spotlight or Choice craft discount store, we know that it's probably crafting stuff. So yeah, it didn't take long to go through that. And there I was just crossing out an item that was not actually craft related, and then I had to add up how much was the craft stuff. So after I did that, I went through my phone and found all of the Temu stuff, and there's a couple of orders there that I didn't write down. We've got some exciting bead orders coming, and I hadn't written down the order for the silicone beads. And then I started on my partner's record keeping, so I just went through you know, the wages that he's paid and some Bunnings receipts. And then there's a bunch of receipts that I decided not to do. They are my crafting receipts, but they're from November 2023, so I will do them. I just shoved them back in the box because I don't want to do it right now. So after I finished all that, I started to figure out how much the invoice should be for the job that we just did on Sunday. So I worked out the materials, we worked out the meters squared, but I had to calculate all that up, and then I asked ChatGPT to help me out, and ChatGPT told me all about the profit margins and everything like that, so I can tell my partner about that when he gets home, and then I can write that invoice up. Yay! But I did do that off camera. Okay, it's nearly time to get the girls, but I thought we should finish with a quick garden update. I just came and put the thing on top of the mower. So over here, we're experimenting with picking out the seedlings, because the carrot seedlings come like this, but they need to have room to grow. So we've put them, how many? 8 this way and 4 that way. And some of them have not transplanted well. They're not feeling good, but this one's happy. So yep, we're just gonna keep them wet. These are pak choy, they're having a great time, and all of the beetroot are totally fine. So this is all from 1 punnet of beetroot. And then this is the grass from my beautiful grass, the clippings. That's from the front yard. Our broccoli's growing, so as soon as these kind of start to flower, then we can cut them again. Got lots of berries coming. Sizzle, what are you doing? Just rolling in the dirt. RIP grass patch. So we're still waiting on these. Oh, this is ready. That's ready to pick. But these ones are not firm enough, so it's all squishy. So got to cut that down. And this, also not firm enough. This is ready. See how it's all starting to separate? That will flower if I don't pick that soon. Not as big as the other one, but we will pick that today. We've got another one starting to grow here. We've done our last pick on the snow peas, which I did yesterday, and I've got to cut them all up. They're all in the fridge, so these are going to turn to seeds now. We've got some gerbras out. This is a new one, it's pretty. We've got lots of strawberries coming. Look at all these. And I have managed to eat a couple. Very tiny ones. Here's one. So, yep. Keep an eye out. Over here is more cabbage and cauliflower, but they're not quite ready yet. And so, yeah, all the rest of the snow peas, they're going to be seeds for next year. So, yeah, it's going pretty good. And our zinnias. Well, hello and happy Tuesday. I just got home from the school drop-off. It is 10 o'clock because I stopped at the shops. and I got a temu order arrive, so I'm going to show you what I got. Today we're going to do all our fun, crafty, making video stuff because we adulted yesterday. Sizzle. She's snuggling into. That's actually like one of those lap tray things, but she's snuggling into the other side that has the beanbag. Maybe we should get the doggies like a little mini beanbag. They have a mini couch. Look, here we go. She's all settled. Oh, so comfortable. Sizzle dog. Anyway, so we're going to do the River Dahlia top pattern review. So I just have to finish off a couple of tops, like weave in a couple of ends. So I've been making this one yesterday and today. I've just been making the extra small so we get a heap of things done, and then we're going to move on to small, medium, large. So this is one I'm working on in the extra small, and I just use a variegated yarn. So yes, I'm getting better and better as I go. And then when I put the Etsy listing up, I just used the back page of Kelsey's pattern where she's put the measurements, and I just put my own measurements in because she has like lines drawn, you know, A measurement is from here to here and B measurement is from here to here. So that's made everything really easy, but I'll go more into detail in that video, and the video should be up before you see this video because I'm going to film it today and I'm going to post it today. So I just got to do straps on that one. And then in here is a finished one that just needs some ends weaving in. And so with all the tops I have finished, I can show you like what yarn I used and what I paired it with and some ideas on that as well, which I like to do in my pattern reviews. So here's another one finished. This one has photos of it, but it's not listed yet because I got to do the measurements. So those two, I just got to weave in the ends. And then I have the one finished from last week, Tuesday, which I put on Charlie, but I did another one in opposite colors. So that's already listed. I'll show you those tops. So we've got the extra large that we're going to finish today. I just bought some more black yarn. And this is what I was talking about yesterday when I was cleaning. I just had a little ball of cotton. I've got to give that a home. These are all completely finished and listed. So I've got like a sparkle blue, lime green and white. I have this one where I went wayward on the pattern and forgot to put the thing in between. As you can see, there's going to be like a lot of lime green blue because I use like one skein of yarn for that. And then this is the one that's in the opposite colors of the one I made for Charlie. So we did the beige cups with the blue and pink surround. So I've got all those ready for the show and tell, for the pattern review and how you can use the different colors and all that sort of thing. But I've just got to finish the 3 tops. So that's that. And then I've got to find the written pattern. Like I printed it out and I don't know where it is. So I just went to Spotlight and I got another organizer. So with making the candy bracelets, I'm going to chew through the beads pretty quickly. And I have actually just done a document up on Canva for the first layer of the X bases so that I can plan out color codes for bracelets and maybe share them with the viewers on the Candy Barbie YouTube channel just as a screenshot. I don't know how to share it as a document. We'll get there one day. Because I found these. I was going to order these from Temu. These are 100 grams. And the ones from Temu are like 20 pieces, 50 grams. And so anyway, these were $10 each or $9 each. And one of them was on sale for $6, which was, well, that's another one. That was $9. And they just have all different shapes and sizes in them, so you can put those accents in. So the little document that I've made, we're going to be able to like plan where we put the accents and decide, do I have enough beads Yeah, they were all $9, sorry. This one said $6 on the tag, but it was $9 as well. So my friend has requested pink and lime green. So I got those. And I got these crystal-y ones, all different size crystals. So that's what the organizer is for. But I don't know how much I'll get organized. And then this one. So I might just sort them into different sizes. There's a few pony beads in there that can go with the other pony beads. And then, yeah, so I got the black. So I can finish that top now. That was that. And then, what's here? Oh, this was last week's Kmart haul, which is also going to go on the Kandi Barbie. So we got some of the elastic. Now, they do recommend that you don't use the elastic, the clear elastic. They recommend that you use fabric colored elastic, but I'm going to have to order that from Temu. So just starting out, this is what I can actually buy from physical shops. And the reason for that is that it will wear out over time. But I think over time is like a couple of years. So should get a bit of wear out of it before that happens. I also got slinkies. This is just like a little party favor pack that you can get. And you can make, and so when they come, they're fused together. And you pull them apart. You can make the candy cuffs with slinkies inside. So I want to make a few of those. I got little love hearts. So you can use small beads and big beads. You can get a little fancy, but you've just got to make sure that the string goes across to the next bead. But we'll cover that on the other YouTube. Then I got some organizers. So we've got stars and flowers. How much are these? Oh, these were on special. So somewhere, one was $3, the hearts. Hearts assorted. Yeah, that must be this one. $3, that's a good price. Then, Good Old Faithful, I've had those before. So I got 2 of those, they're $7 each. I really like the bead colours in there. Then I got a whole big thing of glass beads in an organizer. And they'll be like focal beads. Look how beautiful this one is. I think I've had those before from Temu. So yeah, we can refill that from Temu stuff. But I'm pretty sure, how much was the glass? A lot of the bead stuff is on clearance. I don't know. $7, I think, or $6. Yeah, one was $3 and one was $6. And the slinkies were $2.50. So that was the Kmart haul. And I'm going to do that all as this whole thing we're going to do in depth on the Kandi Barbie. Also, so I'm just giving you a quick look. From Temu, I got an alphabet tray. So we can refill that with our alphabets. And then I had a 50% coupon. So I already undid one pack. I got this mega pack instead of, what were they? $40. I got 2 for $20. Yeah, I got 2 for $40. And so in here, I'm going to reuse this bag in my bag. Each pack, I'm pretty sure will be about 100 beads. But the bracelets, they take 200 to 300 beads each. Like, I think a basic one takes at least 200 beads. So we're going to chew through these. Yeah, hopefully we'll make a heap of stuff and then have all the organizers left and then refill them. And these are like, they're called like the Aurora. They're super shiny. But anyway, these bags on discountcraft.com.au. Latte's scratching her ear. Dave won't stop licking it. I'm going to have to put some stuff in there. I've got stuff for her use. Anyway, when Dave and Latte get left alone, Dave licks her ears and makes them all skanky. These are $2 each, I think. And so I got this whole bag, this bag full for $20. So I think I got 3 times as much as I would have if I had it ordered from Australia. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Got some glitters. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, there's like 30 bags in here. And some more alphabets and some string and like a topsy-turvy thing if you wanted to use them for hair. Or 2 of those. So yeah, that was a really good deal with my 50% off. But I'm going to go through them properly when I actually get all my beads out. I'll be able to fill up some of my boxes and we can chew through them. Yeah, so that was the Temu order. I'm pretty sure I have one more thing coming from Temu. Not sure. So anyway, I'll pull these beads back and finish up my tops, do that video, and then I'll meet you back after that. Okay, I finished my tops. I'm trying on the extra large. So, I've got a bra on. But yeah, it's okay. You can see, this probably is okay. This is part of my bra. There's the back. So yeah, it's not bad. I've got one of those bellies that we get a big bloop and then a bloop. But I think, you know, maybe a high-waisted. But yeah, it's not bad with a bra on, especially if you had a strapless. Not sure. I'm going to try it with the bra. Eyes up here. I haven't got my light on either. I'm going to try it with the bra off and maybe tape myself up. And then I'm going to try it sizzle. I'm gonna try it over a singlet top. All right, bra off is not bad. We're a little bit saggy down, but it's all covered up. A little bit of side boob, but I don't feel like I'm gonna pop out. The straps are a little bit long, but I guess you could double bow. I did the recommended amount of stitches. So now I'll try a bit of taping up and then see how that goes. But that's okay. I think the top is quite flattering, even on a bigger size. And it covers everything, even though like a little bit of side boob. So we'll try a bit of tape and then see how that is. Okay, I taped myself up. So it's a bit better. I think taped up, this is a little big. I just used beaded tape. Yeah, you can see it there. So no more side booby if you tape yourself up. So I think the extra large is more 16 to 18 and I'm a size 14. But I think it's not bad. And here's the back. So the straps are a little bit long. But I think if you were the bigger size around, then it wouldn't be too long. So yeah, it's really comfy, not see-through. So that's good to know. Yeah, so I'll put it over my singlet top now and let's have a look at that. As we can see with the bra on, it is too big. So yeah, I think the large would fit me better. And yeah, I'd probably wear it over a singlet so that I can wear a shirt underneath. But yeah, covers well. I like the design. It's pretty. I ended up just doing like a double bow. So like if the size was correct, that wouldn't almost meet around the back either. So yeah, definitely 16 to 18, the extra large. Can you believe it's 11:30 already? So I've just made myself something to eat. I made this last night. So you get like a pouch of liquid and you get the vegetables and the noodles. And then you're supposed to add like sliced pork. So what I did was I fried up pork mince. I cooked the noodles in the broth, but then I left the broth boiling. And I put the noodles with the mince and the vegetables. So I did my cabbage. I did pick it. I'll show you pictures in a minute. And so I'm just reheating this. So I put that into one pot. And then with the broth, I dropped an egg in it. So you can look at egg drop soup. And so I did that, and I've kept the broth and the mince separate. So yeah, I just take this, I'm going to pour the broth on, and then I'll show you. But yes, it turned out delicious. And so yeah, you eat it like that, you mix it all in together, and all these little stringy bits, that is the egg, and it makes it taste so good. If you haven't tried egg drop soup, you got to YouTube it and try it, because it is amazing. But yeah, I did it with this packet mix, and we have another one left. This was from Aldi, so I'm pretty sure this is $5. The mince was $6, and then I had the cabbage. Hello and happy Wednesday. It's 11:30. I've been very busy. I filmed another video for the Kandi Barbie YouTube. So there's another video up. I've got all the links to the videos that I posted this week. The River Dahlia top video is going pretty well. It's got 40 views already in one day. So that's really good. I'm just going to turn you around and show you some beading stuff that I'm getting ready. And then I'm going to film the video of me making these beaded items. Okay, so my light is on the glitch. This is what happens when it's plugged in for too long. So I'm just going to unplug it. And then last night I found my big box of beads, which is also from Kmart, with heaps of letters in it. So we're making a heap of singles that have the Kandi Barbie AU that you will get with the purchase. And then we're doing our first phrase, which is oh my god, which is like a Gen Z, I think. This is a random bead I found, so I just stuck it to the board. So then I started putting my stuff away from my haul, the mixed packets. And then I thought, I'm just going to start making stuff. So I got the Canva document for this, which I'll show you a picture here, this is the layout for an X base cuff. So it was good that I did this because I did not have enough lime green to do both sides. So I had to mix it with this green. And then I used the lime green because I had oh my god in the purple, and I put like a little gummy bear, and these beads are from the purple mix pack. So we're going to film putting these ones together now that they're laid out. So here is our finished cuff. I think it turned out pretty cute. Let's put it on. Yes. And then we have our single. Oh my god. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see. And check out these other videos.